let's talk the album. New album, self-titled, Zendaya. Crazy album. It actually shocked me a bit, to be honest with you. I was thinking it was going to be a lot of pop, but it was a little bit more R&B soul to it.
Yes.
So what was your inspiration behind that?
Well, you know, for me, I wanted to create something that wasn't going to be so expected. Like, of course you would expect me to do bubblegum pop because that's, you know, the world I come from, which is Disney. But I wanted to do something that was more representational of who I am, and more just really explains Zendaya. And that's why it's called Zendaya, is because it's very clear of who I am. And also people say my name wrong and I want them to say it right. Okay. So, you know, that's why it is what it is. But I think I wanted to create my own lane of music, and I feel like not a lot of people were doing like rhythmic pop, which is pop music but infused with more urban tones or R&B or hip hop or whatever. So, and I think maybe it's been done by a guy but never by a girl. So I was just kind of wanted something that would also cross over between, you know, urban markets and mainstream, and just be able to connect with more bases of people. And still be good for everyone to listen to, but still positive for the kids, you know. And I feel like, you know, some of the best artists of all time, you know, their music is clean. You don't have to cuss to make a good song.
Right,
So.
I was going to ask you, who are some of your inspirations?
My biggest inspiration musically is always Michael Jackson. Because it's Michael Jackson. I shouldn't have to have a reason, guys. I mean, wow. No, but Michael Jackson, I think he was a true artist, and he knew his music through and through, a true performer, and he wasn't afraid to be Mike. You know, he did him, and he's the only person that can make, you know, white socks, loafers, and a sparkly glove and a sequin shirt he got from his mom's closet look cool. You know what I mean? And be a trend. And I think that's, you know, that's admirable. And I love Beyonce, performance-wise. I mean, her work ethic, her performance, you can just tell the dedication and passion she has for what she does, and she's just like pure talent, you know? I mean, there's so many inspirations. I think, especially for this album, a big inspiration was Aaliyah, because I really love her, you know, just her vocal quality, period, is very soft, so I was able to connect with that. And also, you know, I like her style. She had that tomboy, girly thing going on, and I think that she was definitely a good representation of that. So I wanted to kind of do a little bit of Aaliyah in there.
I seen a little bit of Janet in the replay.
Yeah, that was another inspiration for replay. I think there's so many thoughts that went on with replay because it was from my creation. Everything from here is definitely from Zendaya and from my little whatever things I come up with in my head. So the replay video, I literally like recorded my idea. I had like this idea in my head, and I knew what I wanted. I just didn't know how to make it like shootable. Like I don't know where to shoot it or how the lighting is supposed to look or what shots you're supposed to get, but I do know what I want. So I recorded it on a voice memo on my phone. I sent it to the director that I wanted, and he made a treatment of it and really made it make sense. I was like, I want minimal color, you know, because I mean, I'm from Disney. We do color. That's us. So I kind of wanted to flip it around, less color, a little more minimal. And also, you know, make it edgy, but still very appropriate, you know, it's for everyone, but it's still kind of like, it's cooler and edgier. And then I wanted it to, you know, not just be like your standard typical replay song video.
Right.
Like, it's so easy to be like, oh, let's put a love interest in there, you know, put some headphones on, walk down the street, put a little boombox in the background, like, okay. We can, you know, have lots of color everywhere. It's so easy to make it like what it would be, you know? And I was like, no, I want something a little more different, you know? So I was like, maybe the love interest or whatever you may call the guy in the thing, I want him to be music. Right. He is music, and that's why he kind of flickers in and out. I wanted him to be like a hologram. Right. And like not really there, you don't really see his face, like that whole mysterious thing. And so yeah, there's lots of inspiration, Janet Jackson, Aaliyah, all that kind of mushed into one.
Now, coming from Disney, is it difficult to, I guess I would say, put on a different face and to do what you like to do? For instance, Miley Cyrus is now coming out and she's doing a completely different thing than what she was doing when she was on there.
How was
that for you?
I think she's, you know, she's trying to reinvent herself. Right. And become a new artist. I am just inventing myself. and I'm going to stay here. You know what I'm saying? I'm creating myself at a younger age, or figuring out who I want to be younger, so that I can just grow with my fans and mature with my fans, rather than all of a sudden deciding to switch it up. I think there's no problem with being mature and adult and growing up, but just doing it appropriate, and that's all. You know what I'm saying? So my career is obviously going to be different from anyone else who's been on Disney, because we're all different people, you know, and I applaud Miley for being herself, and I think it's beautiful that she's now having the experience to be creative and do her own thing, and let her do that. And parents, be good parents and teach your children what not to do. That's all I can say. So, that's just my take on it, and I think obviously a young artist, especially from Disney, you have to prove yourself even more, and so I'm willing to work extra hard. That's all it is.
So can we expect any movies or more television, or are you basically concentrating on music right now?
Well, right now the concentration is music, but I did do a Disney Channel movie that will be coming out next year sometime, and I did that also because my younger fans are very sad that Shake It Up is ending, so I'm not just leaving Disney, you know what I mean? That's my fan base, that's who is supporting me, so I have to keep that alive and give them something as well. So I'm excited for them to see that, and they always get us, they're like, oh, Shake It Up's over, but I'm coming out with a movie. Good. Like, got you, okay. So yeah.
Alright, to wrap you up real quick, the album, multiple tracks, what can we expect for the next single?
I have an idea for the next single, but I'm not going to give it away yet. But I will say that, from this album, like I said, it's that rhythmic pop. It's a mix of those worlds, and I also feel like, I think a lot of people at first, they're like, oh, Zendaya came out with an album, okay, and then they see the cover art and they're like,
right,
okay, and then they listen to it, and I'm like, all right, there we go, done. So I just, I encourage people to just listen to it and give it a try, and I would hope that you would like it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm very lucky that I've been able to be creative and really put Zendaya into that, like everything down to the reason why there's a hologram on this that connects to the video, and why there's a font there, and why there's this, everything has a reason for it, and every little picture or every little, nuance has been through me, so that's the coolest part.
Okay, I don't want to hold you too much longer. We got a crowd full of people who want to get questions.
It's all good.
He's ready.
Any questions I will take.
So just for BNR Weekly purposes, allow the people to know where we can find you on social networking.
Well, Zendaya.com is my website. I'm just Zendaya on Twitter. Instagram is Zendaya Marie, Maree. Everything else is just pretty much Zendaya. I think I have one of those names that I can just roll with Zendaya, and then, yeah, not too many Zendayas out there.
All right.
So.
Well, thank you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zendaya.
Thank you.
Thanks for checking out your source of entertainment and pop culture. I'm your host, Nico the Barge.
And I'm Liz Peavy. Thanks for hanging out here at BNR Weekly. You can check me out at LizPeavy1 on Twitter.
And be sure to stay tuned for footage from the Great Burgers Ball, and follow me on Twitter at BGeorgieMason. Deuces!
Look at my coworkers. Let's mark off. We're professionals. We're professionals. God, we are crazy.
All right.